Hi guys, hi internet. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Woo! Happy 2018!
I feel so naked. You've got lipstick on your teeth.
Good.
Cute. We are so cute.
Oh my gosh, Happy New Year. Who else is what? Oh, hi Jessica. Hi. Yeah, okay. So Happy New Year guys, Happy 2018. We just spent the whole morning creating a vision board with our future family of what we want the year to look like. What are we going to bring into the year? What are we going to manifest this year? And some of the things, sexy, beautiful, inside out people. Some of the things that we wrote on this vision board are abundance, joy, what else?
Ease.
Inspiration, trust, grace,
Connection. Love. Vulnerability. Growth.
Kirsten's working on hers now. Yay!
Oh, cool.
Just alignment. Hi, Serenata. So what are some of the things that you guys are putting on your vision board? What are
do you
some of
want?
the things that you want to bring into 2018 with you? Or that you want to manifest in 2018? What are they? Type them in the chat box. We want to see. Type them in the comments. What are you manifesting? And while we wait for that, we'll just keep going. We'll tell you what we put on ours. What else? Oh, optimal health. Seamless. We want everything to be seamless.
Just easy.
Moments of awe. Ease. Yeah, pleasure. Travel. Like chosen travel. Claire says stability. That's a good one. Hi, Polly. Yay, Polly's watching. So we want to know, you guys, what are you bringing into 2018 with you? What are you putting on your vision board? What are some of the main words that are standing out to you that you want to create this year? So we've got happiness, career, health, security.
What is it? Independence, equanimity, and teamwork.
Mm-hmm. Sylvia says, I'm going to manifest offering a cool class series online.
Really?
Yeah, Sylvia! I think we might help you with that,
might know
Sylvia.
some people who can help you with
Yeah, I
that.
think we're going to help you with that. Ooh, okay, don't get that camera pointing too low there.
Oh.
Kit doesn't have bathing suit bottoms on today. All right, Paula, wealth,
I
yes.
can
Sunny
cover-
says financial stability and balance.
I can
Wonderful.
cover my Jennies with some blood bags.
So for those of you who might not have been following
What's
what's going on, Kit just had top surgery and he's got drains that are draining the fluid out of his wounds.
Do you guys want to see?
So that's what he means
Type
by
in the
blood
chat box
bags.
if you want to see what's going on here.
Okay, but hold on, let's get back to the topic here. Claire says serenity. Kelly Abel says, I'm manifesting a refinement of my manifesting powers. More precision, fewer unanticipated results. That's really good. You have to get really clear with what you're manifesting and get really, really, really conscious and aware of when your shadow, that self-doubt, that little voice in the back of your mind starts to take over,
When your
right?
shit is sabotaging you.
When you start to self-sabotage. And oftentimes the scariest part about self-sabotage is that you don't realize it's happening
It
until
feels
it's too
safe.
late.
It feels really safe and comfortable.
Mm-hmm. So
does this bath.
So let's talk about everything that we were able to manifest in 2017. So we can celebrate some of that stuff. So one of the best steps, one of like the most powerful steps in manifestation is acknowledgement and gratitude for what you have, what you've been able to do already. And so some of the things that we were able to do in 2017, hi Dustin, we were able to spend a week in Berlin with Dustin and Serenata and so many of our other Forest Yoga family, Brian Campbell and Jumbo and Anna and Jose and everybody in this beautiful Forest Yoga community. And we got paid, we got to do body work on everybody there, and I got to take the morning intensives and witness that magic. That was one of my most favorite things that I manifested in 2017. That, 3 weeks in Scotland, a week in the Canary Islands, and a few days in Norwich with our beautiful hummingbird. I got to see Amy Hanlon. Amy Hanlon assisted me in a yoga body worker workshop that I taught in Edinburgh, my favorite city in the whole world. Like, how fucking cool is that, you guys? What did you manifest last year, babe?
I mean, you're looking at it. I got my tits cut off for free. Totally full paid for surgery. All like perfect healing. Everything's just perfect. No pain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be healed completely in 2 weeks. It's just.
He hasn't even taken Tylenol, you guys, in the last 2 days.
I'm on day 4. The surgery was on the 28th, so it's 4 days of recoup. No Tylenol for the past 2 days.
No Tylenol, even. Not even
never
Tylenol.
Never took the Norco. Never needed it.
So how magical is that? Let's see. What else did we manifest in 2017?
Oh, I assisted a gay men's yoga retreat in Tuscany. Ooh, that was cool.
We became coaches, and we have now successfully filled out 4 different coaching programs and about to start the next one. And we had our first online challenge with over 70 people in it. It was amazing.
And not only that, but like the work that we're doing with people, they're bringing people to us because they're so happy with what they're getting from our business. Because
they're creating so much magic in their own lives. Because of what we've been able to create together and share with them. It's so beautiful, you guys.
It's amazing.
It's just like the best work ever. So we're helping healers and yoga teachers become more successful in their businesses and in their personal lives, and catch those voices of self-doubt inside their head and redirect them so that they can become the best version of themselves. That is what we have been doing all year, and it feels so good to be able to do that, to help people believe in their own magic.
Well, it's crazy. Like this day and age with Google, you can do anything. Like anything you want to do, you can find it, and you can find out how to do it for free. Mm-hmm. But it's that doubt, and that self-sabotage and that fear that really, really get in the way. So, when we do this work, we're working with those little demons of doubt, those little demons that sabotage you. It's just really cool.
Yeah, it almost feels like we're exorcists sometimes, because literally the only thing that holds most people back is their own voices of self-doubt, their own little gremlins, or their own little demons, or their own little shadows, or whatever you want to call them inside, that tell you, no, you're not good enough. You don't deserve that. You'll never be this. You'll never be good enough, smart enough, sexy enough, whatever. And we say, fuck that shit! We catch it! And we throw it out! And we're like, no more room for that. I love you too, Sylvia.
Spit it out.
Whoosh. Yeah. And it's like the same work that we do in when we teach forest yoga. It's the same work I do as a shamanic priestess, as a body worker. It's just all on the phone. And it's really cool. And it works so well. So how do you manifest an entire year of magic like we just did? And don't get me wrong, there were moments of struggle in 2017. It's not like it was all sunshine and rainbows.
Well, I mean, I think the moments of strangle. The moments of struggle will, like, I think, in our previous days when we hit those moments of struggle, it was so bad because we just let it go on and on and on and on and just kept happening.
We fixated on it.
And it got worse. But this time in these moments of struggle, I mean, I'm so grateful to our coaches that we had that would not put up with us being anything less than they knew we could be. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, honestly, you guys, it's our coaches that have kept us showing up as our wiser selves this year, because otherwise, if we didn't have people counting on us to show up as that person, it's easy to slip back into your old patterns. It's easy to slip back into, I'm gonna just let this slide. I'm gonna just hate myself for a few days. But when you've got a whole community of people who, we've got on our online community right now, we've got like about 65 people who we interact with on a regular basis. And we are the leaders of that community. We are showing them how to create this magical stuff in their life. And so if we're not doing the same work, then what are we doing teaching this stuff, right? And so our coaches and the people that we have, our coachees, are the ones who have really called us to step forward this year and up-level ourselves in every way possible. So how do you manifest an entire year of magic in 2018? How do you do it? The number one thing is accountability, right? It's and a lot of people cringe at that word accountability. They're like, oh, that feels too adult, or that feels like
too grade school.
Yeah, but what I mean by accountability is, I mean, you have to have accountability with yourself, right? That's part of self-integrity, is being able to catch that voice when it tells you you're not good enough. It's being able to stop whatever you're doing and say, actually, you can get the heck out of here, and I'm gonna believe in myself right now. I'm gonna step forward and do this anyway. That's what accountability means. And when you're not able to do it for yourself, creating a community around yourself of people who can call you out when that happens and you don't have the ability to call yourself out in the moment. So accountability is huge. That's a huge part of successful manifestation. What else, babe?
Faith. Which is funny because somebody named Gail Faith Edwards just popped on. Like,
weird.
Faith. For me, the biggest thing that has gotten us anywhere this year is faith. And, having a mentor and a coach who is all about faith, like watching him create through faith, even in his hardest times, that's been one of my biggest lessons. Mm-hmm. And, you're looking at me right here, new tits, new top.
Oh, this is big. How you phrased it earlier today.
What did I say?
You said you were just looking down at your chest and you were like, I picked the date that this would happen before I even had insurance or a doctor. Surgery.
Like, how many people have had surgery? They just freaking tell you when to do it. Mm-hmm. You don't have a choice. They say, these are our openings, take it or leave it. And you're like, well, I need this. I have to rearrange my whole life. Mm-hmm. We got a calendar in August and put it up on our wall, and I marked out a 2-week vacation in August and just said,
well, the vacation was for now.
Mm-hmm. Vacation was for now.
Yeah. And that this would be the time that he got top surgery, and we didn't even have insurance yet.
And so I didn't have insurance, didn't have a surgeon picked out, didn't know how it was going to work. It was just like, it feels right. Like, I accept my body, I accept myself, and just know that it's right. Everything's going to line up perfect, everything's in the right place, it's the right timing. I didn't need to force it, I didn't need to finagle around it, and I ended up getting approved for insurance, and every step of the way, what happens is you get approved for insurance, and then you wait. Then they give you a list of doctors, and then you wait. Then you get all the things that you need to do, like a psych letter and the blood work and this. And then you wait. And that waiting time is excruciating. But I also realized that the only excruciating part about it was the first few hours when they said, now you wait. Because I had to make a choice of just being in full faith, this is going to happen and this is going to happen when I say it is, versus just pacing like a crazy dog. Mm-hmm. Trying to sweating like a frog, trying to force it to happen. Mm-hmm. And I think it's Gabby Bernstein that said something about, if you are so faith is being so certain and having such resolve that something is going to happen, that there is no room for worry, anxiety, fear, or anything. And every time I would get that, and now you wait, I would catch myself being like, oh my God, it's gonna be, and then I'd be like, no, there's so many other beautiful things in your life to focus on right now, and this is gonna happen exactly perfect, exactly as it should be. Mm-hmm. And you ever played that waiting game like that, and now you wait thing there's about 12 or 13 steps that happened with this. And I remember it was right after, where did we get back from? Right after we got back from, I don't remember where we were, but the doctor had called and they said, guess what? Your surgery's on January 4th. And this is a month or 6 weeks away. And I'm like, oh my God, I was so close. It was almost right on the day that I said it was going to be. It's just a week later. And then there was something inside of me that said, oh, they even said it got moved up because it was supposed to be in March or February. And they're like, January. And I was like, yeah, celebrate. I was so close. But then there was this little thing inside me that said, I still want December 28th. That's still the date that I want. Like, that is still the date that I want. And I said, let it go. Everything's perfect. Everything will line up. Very next day they called me and they said, it's December 28th. It got moved up.
Yeah.
Whose surgery gets moved up?
How does that happen? Who does that happen to?
You know, and it's just perfect. Healing is going so well. And it's just that, it's that energy of faith. It's that, like, I know that everything is perfect and lining up for me so much that there's no room to worry or fear or even question that it wouldn't be.
Mm-hmm. And this quote came up for me in the last week that I felt was like really applicable to everything that's going on right now, because of course, even with this surgery lining up, we've had some moments of contrast in our life that have caused us to take a step back and freak out a little bit or
That's
question and stuff. Yeah, it's another story for another time. It's like multiple stories. But even through all that contrast, even through all of that drama and whatever else was going on, what we did was we just kept coming back to that moment of stillness, of peace, of calm, of perspective taking, of, you know, like, no, we are in the right place at the right time, and no matter what else is going on around us, we need to maintain this feeling in our spirits of peacefulness, of no anxiety, of like knowing that this is perfect and everything is as it should be.
And anytime something happened that felt like, oh, fuck, why me? Why now? My mantra was, this is a gift for me and it will all make sense soon. Mm-hmm. This is a gift for me, it will all make sense soon. This is my gift. Something perfect is lining up for me. This is just redirecting the energy there. Mm-hmm. It's going to make sense.
And so this quote made itself known to me multiple times throughout the week. It was slapping me in the face. Like, I didn't want to pay attention to it at first. And it's interesting. I'll tell you guys how it came about. So I was out for a walk with the dogs, as I always am. And there are tons of little free libraries in our neighborhood where people just put shelves of books outside their house, and you can just take whatever you want and leave whatever you want. And there's one free library that I really love. And one morning I walked by, and the book that was there was an Eckhart Tolle book. It's called A New Earth, Awakening to Your Life's Purpose. And I was like, oh, cool, I haven't read this one before. I'm going to read this. This is great. Even though I have like 12 other books I'm reading right now, I take it back home. And I'm starting to read this book. I'm like, really, it's really, really good. But I'm not really like getting into it that much. Then during Kit's surgery, there's like some crap happening outside, you know, that could have distracted me or brought my vibration down. But instead what I did was I read that book in the waiting room. And then I went on a walk the next day with the dogs and turned on Oprah's podcast and the Super Soul podcast. And it just happened that I selected an episode where she's interviewing Eckhart Tolle about this book that came out like 10 years ago. I mean, 2005 or something, so a long time ago, more than 10 years ago. She's interviewing him about this book that I just happened to be reading because it was at the free library in my neighborhood. And the quote that he talks about and that they talk about in the podcast is, life will give you whatever experience is most helpful for the evolution of your consciousness. Life will give you whatever experience is most helpful for the evolution of your consciousness. How do you know this is the experience you need? Because this is the experience you are having at the moment. Boom. So anytime you are experiencing something this year that is not in alignment with what you want, that is not what you wanted to manifest.
It's supposed to be happening.
It feels like, what the fuck? Why is my luck so bad? Or like, I thought I was going to do this year.
It's not supposed to go this way.
It's a curveball. It's oh man, everything bad happens to me, right? No. Take a step back and know that whatever experience you are having is necessary for the evolution of your own consciousness. And how do you know? It's because it's happening right now. It's a lesson for you. It's a wake-up call. It's a time for you to step back and take a look at the deeper meaning behind it. especially if it's something that keeps repeating in your life over and over again, like a furnace breaking for the 7th time, or your car breaking down, or your dog getting sick, or getting kicked out of your apartment, or
getting a roommate, a terrible roommate for the 15th time, or your relationships that with different people are looking just like the last one.
Kelly Abel, LOL. It's not supposed to go this way. Yeah, Kelly, that was for you, honey. I love you. But yeah, remember, take a step back and take a look at what is it you're meant to learn from this, because you haven't learned it yet.
It's what program are you creating from that is causing the glitch in your life? You know, what is that? Where's the virus in your thinking? And things show up in your life because there's a virus in your thinking, and there's a program that's running that keeps attracting things to your life, and they show up in your life to show you, like, to wake you up and be like, yes, it is supposed to go this way. You fucking made it. Let's work on this.
What Kid's talking about is imagine your mind, your spirit, whatever, like a computer, right? And you've got these applications running, you're doing your work, you've got your email up, you've got your internet browser, you've got Photoshop open, whatever. You're doing your work, you're doing your thing. When your computer gets a virus, if you're a PC user, because it doesn't really happen to Macs, then you're just going to throw that out there.
No, we're indignant Mac users.
Anyway, whatever. So if your computer gets a virus, right, you guys have probably all experienced this at some point, right? At first, they're just little things that happen, right? The computer might run a little bit slower, or maybe something will randomly close while you're in the middle of typing something. It'll just shut down, right? Or maybe a pop-up will come up, and you might have to go back a few years to remember what this is like too, right? Like little pop-up ads or whatever, right? How many people can remember that when like your computer got a virus and all of a sudden, boop, 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 all these windows pop up?
It was always porn too, wasn't it?
It was always porn. And so imagine that like you are living your life, you're on focus, you're concentrating on what you want, but in the background of your mind, you've got this virus, you've got this little voice telling you, you suck, you don't deserve this, you're not good enough. It's just behind you, it's sitting on your shoulder, it's whispering in your ear, and it's so subconscious you don't even acknowledge its existence.
Because
you're over here, you're saying, love, happiness, abundance, love, happiness, abundance.
And then you got this other thing saying, you're not worth it, you're not worth it, you're not worth it, you're not worth it. And
so like a virus, first it just slows you down a little bit, and it's easy to not pay attention to it. If that goes on for years and years and years and years and years, eventually it's going to take over more and more and more and more and more, to the point where you can't even turn the computer on, to the point where nothing is working anymore. And it's literally like the universe is slapping you in the face and telling you to pay attention. So
it's telling you that your life can be so much better if you just freaking changed. If you just paid attention to the way that you're creating and what you're creating with.
Yeah, if you made yourself aware of what's happening in the subconscious. And so as coaches, that's what we get to do for people. We get to show them what the virus is. We get to show them, we get to listen to their subconscious programming as they speak, because oftentimes it comes out in your speech. And we get to say, hold on a second, did you just say this? And they'll say, did I just say that? And you're like, yeah, you did. And it's like these little things that you repeat where you don't even realize that you're basically creating this virus or internalizing it or making it worse. And so that's the cool thing about what we get to do, is we get to expose that and show it to you so that you can say, oh crap, okay, I'm going to get rid of that.
And then the other thing, the crazy thing about showing people their programming is once they know it, they can look back in their life and see how they created so many repeat traumas in their life because of their programming.
So anyway, guys, we're going to wrap this up, and we just want to let you know that if you are interested in getting rid of those viruses in 2018, if you're interested in manifesting an entire year of magic and getting rid of that subconscious little gremlin voice in your ear, we're having a challenge. We're having a 3-day coaching challenge, just like the last one we had in November. Where over 70 people joined us for this challenge, and they all had huge breakthroughs. The challenge is January 15th to the 18th. If you would like to be in on this challenge with us, It's going to be amazing. You get to have one of our trained coaches coach you for 3 days in a row, just little 10-minute phone calls. You get webinars with us every day, and you get a chance to really examine where your viruses are, what they look like, and what they are keeping you from doing in 2018. How does that sound? So if you want in on this, type in me, and then after the video's over, we'll go in and we'll send you guys the link individually so you can sign up for the challenge with us. It's only $47. It's a pretty good deal. If you want to do the challenge with us, just type in me in the chat box in the comments and let us know, and we'll send you the link. It's going to be amazing.
There's people who are still thanking us from the challenge in November.
Yeah.
They're still like, oh
sending
my
us
God,
cards in the mail
changed my life. It's crazy.
It's really cool, you guys. It's really cool. So it's a really fun experience. And hi, little bear.
It's only $47.
Yeah, it's only $47.
Like it's basically like, if you are curious about coaching and you just want to dip your toe in and see like, what the fuck are they really talking about? If you're like, I don't know if I trust this shit. Let me just see. $47 is that price where you can just, see if it really will make a difference without really a lot of commitment.
Yeah.
The only commitment is actually doing the work and picking up the phone and talking with your coach and getting the help.
Yeah. So think about everything that you want to create in 2018 for yourself. How you're going to get there. Do you know yet? Join the challenge.
Did it work last time?
Right.
How was 2017? Was it all that you wanted?
Yeah.
Could 2018 be more? And could this be the thing to support you?
Yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. Again, type in the chat box, type in me if you're thinking about joining the challenge, and we will send you a link to join.
I love you guys.
We love you too. She says, it makes such a difference to be with this level of creation and people vibing high. High flying disc! Yes.
Lil Bear did the challenge.
Lil Bear did the challenge, yeah. Lil Bear is creating some epic magic in her life. So, anyway, guys.
Guys are covering my Jennies.
We love you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the challenge. We'll see you next week, next Monday for another bathtub. And hi, Roz. Bye, guys. Happy 2018.